So Pro Football Focus has released their position rankings.
They suck.
Clearly they hate the Lions.
Maz, I'm sorry. Did we not? I didn't hear you say it, but I thought with Goff at 26, like we figured they sucked yesterday.
Yeah.
But now they don't even suck. I mean, poor Easy's looking for somebody to go after. He wants to. wants to fight not Bruce Lee anymore. He wants to fight PFF.
And I looked for someone at PFF. I'm trying to get them on the air with us because we need to ask them.
We need some
And they got Chris Collinsworth on the staff. They got football minds on the staff.
Yeah.
Who wrote the article?
It doesn't tell you. It's just the whole thing. It's pro football.
Oh, I looked it up. I got beef. It's Sam. I think his last name's Moron or something like that.
Sam. Come on.
I'll find it for sure. I swear it's like Sam.
Send it to us.
Yeah.
Send
boy,
it
easy.
to
Keep
us.
him accountable.
Yes.
So
At
yesterday,
least tell me why, right?
So
Give me your
start.
why.
Let's start with the quarterback.
That's why I want to ask this guy. Give me your why. What the heck? Like, this makes no sense to me.
yesterday we did the quarterbacks. We'll just redo them real quick for you. You had Mahomes, Brady, Rodgers, Wilson, Watson. And then all the way down to 11, you had Matthew Stafford. And then all the way down to 26, you had Jared Goff. And there's only 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. So there you go.
Hey, Maz, do you know who the ones he's better than?
Yes. He's allegedly better than Ryan Tannehill, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, Justin Herbert, I'm going to say. Okay.
Wait, what?
Ben Roethlisberger, Kyler Murray. I mean, there's some. Joe Burrow?
No, how about the rookie? The kid that didn't even play
I'm
yet.
saying
Justin
Ryan
Fields?
Fitzpatrick.
Go to
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Go to who they think he's better than.
Daniel
so go to
Jones.
27.
These are.
Go
he
to 27
better than?
and
Okay.
say these are the guys, 5 guys
that he's better than.
They
Okay,
think he's
I understood the other way. So he's better than Cam Newton. He's better than Sam Darnold. He's better than Tua Time. He's better than Zach Wilson. He's better than Jalen Hurts.
Why is he better than Zach but not as good as Justin Fields?
Because I don't know who wrote this, and he's better than Drew Lock.
All right. Now, if you went through playoff victories, stats or whatever, and you put it up, it's ridiculous. So you know what? Again, it's like the Detroit Lions being underdogs in every game. Good. That's the way I want the league so we can establish. This is the best thing for Jared Goff. The only thing he can do is go better. He can't, in my mind, when he's at his worst, he's still only 21st or 22nd in the league. You know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous. And as far as Matt Stafford, with the way the schedule is, he has the opportunity to globally show if he can put it. If he can do it, and he could be up top 5. Like, people could go nuts of seeing what he's seen with the talent he has in LA and stuff like that. So,
but I also want to point out, though, because it's like if you look at just the rankings, like, it's insulting, and I can give you a million different reasons like why he's better than some of these quarterbacks. And who has campaigned for Ryan Fitzpatrick more than me?
Nobody.
I mean, nobody has. I love Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I'm not going to say that he is a better quarterback than Jared Goff. But if you read what they have to say, a lot of it is the coaching staff and the system that he's in and the schemes that they're going to put him in. So they're addressing the fact that, you know, the Lions organization are 100% going to have to put him in a position to excel. So it's not so much just Jared Goff alone. It's kind of the system that he's in. So,
yeah, but
this is a new system.
Easy. Did this guy do this? He had this in his computer from like 3 months ago, and he didn't go to the draft and realize that.
Oh, he went to the draft. He's got Fields in there.
That's what I'm saying, right? So what
he's got Travis Etienne
saying is they've addressed that with the left tackle, which will buy him at the minimum 0.2 more seconds of time, which is what he needs.
They still
more
had
than
a good
anything.
line prior to Sewell. Prior to him.
That's what I'm saying.
They had a good one.
Yeah. Easy, what do you have?
And I apologize. Sam Monson was the guy. He did the running backs one that set me off yesterday. The guy who wrote this one's Bruce Godowski. But Ben Roethlisberger is one of the guys that's on the list. I think he's a little bit past his peak. He's at the duck age, where that's kind of all he's throwing. Jared Goff still had better stats than him last year and played less games. And Ben Roethlisberger sitting at 16 on this list.
It's because he's here.
PFF staff.
It's because he's here.
Yeah, I think it's because he's here.
He's going to know now. He's going to know where he's at now because, let's face it, every time the Lions are on the clock, most drafts, they go to the commercial. I mean, no one gives a shit about the Lions. No one does, except us. No one knows the pain except us.
I mean, 2 spots better at 24 They've got Jameis Winston / Taysom Hill from the New Orleans Saints. Come on. I mean, this is just, they're just putting it more in systems and what
Well,
systems
let's not get
typically
overly
excel.
upset about the one we thought we'd be overly upset about and get to the next one.
Let's go to running backs.
I think it's more upsetting. And like,
You know what? I'm going to let Easy run
let
these down.
Easy, 'cause
Yeah,
Easy,
you got the-
Easy's got to burr up his ass
And-
the most out of this one.
Easy, do the top 6 or 7, and then, kind of do what you do.
All right, I'll put the. I think we did the top 7. Number 1, we have the top 7. I can't really argue with. Maybe Barkley.
Right.
But the thing is, this list goes 1 through 32, and the person they're missing, and what's driving me nuts, is there's backups and rookie backups. Rookie backups are being moved to wide receiver position, ranked over DeAndre Swift, who just got a refrigerator placed on the right side of his offensive line. What the hell is going on here?
But DeAndre Swift, so obviously he's not even up there mentioned.
He's not even on.
Not even
no.
the
Not
even
honorable.
So they
not even
only
the
have
Division
32.
Yes, there's no
The-
lion in that 32. DeAndre Swift doesn't exist
Yes.
on this list. He does not exist.
D-back,
on
there's
this
backup
list.
rookies like Etienne, which he does look sweet. I get, right? He's on Jacksonville, who just had the number 1 overall pick, and who also has another quarterback or running back,
Robinson.
and they're moving him to receiver.
But here's
How's
the
it-
magic-
what's going on?
Here's
Yes.
the Maz's point, and this just puts the hammer on it, like Judge Judy and walking the Judge Judy walk off. Is that there is no respect
No.
out there at all? Because this is the ultimate disrespect.
Yes.
And you know what? If we notice it,
Yeah.
at least now, I think the people that are in Allen Park and running this organization, from Sheila Fordham down to Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes, the coaching staff, they know it too. They know it coming from other organizations, what's expected. Mark Brunell, quarterback's coach. The reason that he's here, the opportunity. It's about football, right? It's Dan Campbell. To be able to work for him, it didn't take him long to make his decision because it's about football. So this is just all of this stuff we're hearing. Yeah, it gets us upset as fans, but it's only fodder to the team that we have now. If this was happening with last year's regime, then you're spinning your tires and it means nothing because it's the same as where we've been.
I'm shocked they don't have
Nick
Carry
on-
On Johnson out here.
Yeah, I mean, well, Nick on our social
he's
media
not
just
on there, is he?
No.
Oh my gosh! If that would have been the ultimate.
That would have been really, really it.
Nick on social media says, with the history of sophomore Lions running backs, I'm okay with that. He wasn't even on the list, though.
Nothing. Not even a mention.
Nothing. I mean, he's got to do.
He was
make
the number
something.
1 running back last year on the list. 1 or 2
Something.
in every draft room. 1 or 2. And you know what? He didn't impress the hell out of me last year. I'll be the first to tell you that. But he's top 32 without a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Without a question.
Yeah, man. I mean, coupled with the draft,
lion
Penei
eyes.
Sewell,
It's like mayonnaise, but it's lion eyes.
he's not splitting carries anymore with Adrian Peterson. I'm
Right.
assuming he's taking a lead back role. Jamal Williams probably getting third down and stuff
Sure.
like that. Like,
Surprised AP's not in there.
yeah. The way they have Tony Pollard at 21, the backup for
This
Dallas.
is crazy.
They got Zeke at like 12. Ezekiel Elliott.
This is crazy.
I mean,
Well,
he had a terrible year
he had
last year, but-
He's
Yeah.
supposed to be. With the contract he's got, he's supposed to be top 12.
No,
guy.
he's supposed to be top 5.
Yeah.
Well, I
That's what I
understand.
meant. I mean, he's fallen from grace. This is a
I get
huge
it, but
backup.
you look
This-
at the top 5; they're pretty good.
Are you
top
picking him,
5.
Pilar? If you had a running back need,
It
are you
depends
taking
where
him?
I am in my draft.
Second round.
You're in your
If he's
house
in the
and
second
your,
round?
in your office.
He fell to the
Which is
second
where I
round.
am.
No one's taking
Yeah,
him in the
he-
first round.
End of the second, I'll probably take him. It depends, like where you are.
I mean, he wasn't going to slip out of the first
He's
round the
gonna-
first 3 years that he was in the league. Now he's starting to slip. You
No,
could you could
Dak is
tell.
back. Dak being back has a lot to do with his success. So, yeah, I'm taking him in the
Now,
second
wide
round.
receivers, that's another story. You know, we don't really have anybody here. We traded away our best wide receiver, let him go, as a free agent. So let's go to the wide receivers now. And we start with Devonta Adams,
Understandable.
DeAndre
Agreed.
Hopkins,
Agreed.
Tyreek Hill. Mm-hmm. This one I don't get. I don't get Allen Robinson. I don't get him. I personally,
Really?
I don't see it.
He's good,
So
but
the thing
he
with-
might be top 10, but I don't see him 4.
I don't see
Well,
him
the
4.
the problem with Allen Robinson is he's going to have a new quarterback, which is,
Yeah, again.
it's the big thing, right? Again.
I know he's never had anybody
He's-
really to throw to him. But how is he 4?
Well, when he was very successful.
Hey, look at how different Devonta
When he was
Adams
in
would be if Blake
Jacksonville,
Bortles
like,
is throwing to
Good
him.
point.
Yeah.
He'd probably be 11th.
But no. I mean, he's had success. He's a very, very talented wide receiver. I don't know if I would put him this high in the list, considering he's got a new quarterback. And we don't really know who his quarterback is going to be yet. They still need to iron that out, too.
Julio Jones is next. And then A.J. Brown, I don't believe he should be there. And then Michael Thomas after him. So there's your wide receivers. No Lions in sight. Not that they should be. Hopefully there will be this year. Hopefully St. Brown will be in there by the time the year's up. I'm on St. Brown, right? Why not?
Somebody,
he
why
said
not?
He said someone's going to lose their job on a Lions.
Yes, Ryan
that's his
is
goal.
absolutely right.
PFF should lose their job based on the Lions.
Ryan on our
You
social
put that,
media is
header up
absolutely
there?
right. He said Allen Robinson is great in garbage
Pro
time
Football
fantasy
Foods.
fantasy points. 100%. I
Allen
agree.
Robinson, nothing.
All right, so then we're gonna go to tight ends.
Why not?
All right.
Where's the Hawk?
I mean, I'm not mad at. At least he made the top 10.
Yes.
He better.
Yeah.
There's some good ones up
But
there.
I do feel
there's a couple
he
ones.
could go a little bit better.
You could scratch your head on Dallas Goedert. You got Travis
That's what I was
Kelce,
gonna say. You got
George Kittle, Waller, who was, I think, probably the
Waller.
best one. Darren Waller from
Imagine Aaron
Oakland.
Rodgers throwing the wall.
From Vegas, excuse me. And then you got the new kid. Pitts
Kyle
from
Pitts.
Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, the rookie. Dallas Goedert, which I don't get that he's there. He's Philadelphia, but he's the number one guy there now. And you got Mark Andrews. You like Mark Andrews.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I mean, especially in fantasy, he's
the
Lamar
go-to
Jackson's
guy.
go-to guy.
Yep, and then you got the Hawk at 7.
There you
Top 7
go.
for sure. At least we got one there.
And I think that this year he moves up. I think this year he'll be at top 5. We heard
He's got
Dan Miller
yeah.
say
That's
yesterday,
a tough. When you're looking at
that's
tight
gonna be
ends,
Goff's shiny
those
weapon.
top 4. Well, with what they say Pitts will be, but yeah, I'd be happy if he moved up.
Yeah.
He's got the ability to.
From what everyone is saying, Kyle Pitts will probably be number 1 on this list when
I
it's all
bet.
said and done. We'll see
I
how
bet.
Matt Ryan does and Julio Jones and picks up the pieces.
It's
Ridley.
going to be a monster
Kittle
here
and Kelsey got something to say about that.
Yeah.
Well, but here's
Yeah.
the thing with Kyle Pitts is the situation that he's in. One, he's got a quarterback that can 100% sling the ball every single game. His arm does not get tired. He's been doing it for the last several years. That's just because their defense is so crappy that they have to air the ball out every single game. But two, you're on a team that's got Julio Jones, who's always going to be double covered, which is going to give him a lot more opportunity to be able to get the ball. So
Brian's laughing at me because I picked Waller over Kelsey. You know, it's negligible. They're all terrific receivers. They're all terrific
Incredible,
tight ends.
yeah.
Waller's one of the best,
yeah,
if not the
George
best.
Kittle is phenomenal. I just hate his quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Well, we'll find out, right? We'll see how
unless
Trey
it's
Lance
Aaron
does.
Rodgers.
See how Trey Lance does with them.
Yeah.
And that takes us to our teams. They have the team ranking. And, Mac, I'm going to let you take this one. Start off with the number 1 team, which not going to be any arguments for the 1-2 punch here.
Yeah, they got the Chiefs over the Bucks, eh?
Yep, they
Chiefs,
do.
Bucks, Bills, Packers. There, I'm assuming with their thinking
Aaron
Rodgers
Rodgers.
being back. Ravens 5. I don't know there, but they're good. But still, the question is Lamar Jackson. 6 the Rams, 7 the Saints, and guys, guess who's number 9? I don't know. Not the Lions. Lions are 32. Right where we want to be. Right where we want to be.
Last.
Dead
Yes,
last.
when
Can
you're
I
last, you're at the
remind
bottom,
people-
then the kneecaps are closer to the ground to bite them. And you can start biting them, and then you hinder your opponents, and they're going to
Look
overestimate
at
us.
the Houston Texans. How can anybody be worse than the freaking Houston Texans? Who knows
They
what's
beat
going to
us.
happen with their last year?
So?
They had a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback this year. We don't even know if their quarterback's going to play. Who the hell is going to be playing quarterback for them?
Tyrod
Nobody
Taylor.
knows. I mean, but they're still signing people. Nobody knows. Who are they going to be throwing to? They don't really have any big studs out there. Let's talk about their defense. J.J. Watt is gone. How can anybody be worse than the Houston Texans?